So back to July 5th. I'm at her car, holding the kitten, about ready to get in, and she says to me, "I'll still take you to San Juan, but you have to zip it the whole way there." And I'm exhausted. I am like, fine, girl. I don't know what is going on, but fine. She's already, at this point, told me she doesn't give a shit about me. She's been screaming at me, I'm not a victim. And when I get in a car, I'm like, I guess I am, of course, I'm not quiet. I'm just not a quiet person. I'm like, why are you so mad, Francis? Why? And she looks at me and she says, "Because you exist." I'm like, what? I'm not following you, Francis. And she looks at me again and she's like, "Because you are white." And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And again, I'm already confused. I'm confused why she showed up mad, why she's been outside the whole time, why she's screaming at me I'm not a victim, why she's mad that I'm upset that my 7-year-old cat's gone missing. And now she's telling me why she's mad at me. It's because I'm white and that I exist. And she looks at me and she says, "You know how easy it would be for me to get rid of you and no one would ever know? Because no one would ever report you missing. You have no friends, you have no family that would report you missing." She's 100% right. Felt like I'd been punched in the gut. As soon as she starts backing up and moving the car, the kitten I'm holding starts moving. She looks at the cat, the kitten, Love, and says, "And if that fucking cat touches me, I'll kill it too." And now we're just barely backed up in the middle of the road in front of my landlord's mother's house, where these two shirtless 30-year-old guys are standing. They're always out there standing. I'm not sure what their deal is, but they've seen me over the past several months take out my garbage, looking for my cat. They know me. After she threatens to kill me and then the cat, I undo my seatbelt and start throwing my stuff out into the road. And I run to the chain link fence and I'm yelling out, "Help, help." And I guess I'm yelling out "Pero," which is stop. And I think I'm yelling out "help." I'm literally saying this chick has gone psycho. She's threatening to kill me. Will you guys please come help me get my stuff out of her car and like help me? She's like protect me, essentially. I wasn't saying it. And she stood up on the side rail of her SUV, said something to them in Spanish, probably, "Oh, this white rich bitch Karen," whatever, however she described Karen to be, which I don't even think she doesn't watch news, she doesn't watch TV. I'm pretty certain her sister clued her into what a Karen was. She won't wear a mask. Frances refuses to wear a mask. If anything, she's a Karen. I jump out of her car, run to them for help. And Frances starts slowly backing her car up into the first parking spot in where I had just moved out of. Walks to the back of her car. My passenger car door is still open. I walk back over there to see, like, what is she gonna do? Those two guys turn around, walk right back into their house. Like, see nothing, do nothing. And she starts throwing boxes, my boxes, at me. First one knocks me over on the concrete. I'm down. She continues, and I'm just hearing stuff break, and my heart's breaking, and I'm like, shit. It's just stuff. A couple times she knocks me over, and then she goes for this one particular box, and it's got my wedding album and all the stuff in it, and she just goes like this. She's gonna check it. And I go for the box, and I fall down. And I'm like, this girl is going to murder me. She's gonna keep throwing boxes at me. Like, I'm already in a panic. I've cried out for help to my landlord to be ignored. I'm thinking if I can just make it to San Juan, but then no, she threatens to murder me like a kid, and I'm like, no, too much. I'm out. I go to the landlord's family for help. They turn their backs on me. Nobody's in the apartment complex. It's like empty. The next door neighbor there is racist Sue, who I do end up going to beg to call 911 for her. So anyway, I don't know. Third time I'm down on the concrete, head down on the concrete. I'm like, I need my phone. I need my phone now. I need to call 911. So I run to the passenger side. Doors are still open, and I'm looking for my phone. And she's not even really paying attention to what I'm doing at this point. She's just still throwing boxes out, and I don't see my phone. I'm thinking it's gone to the floor and it's probably like in the back underneath by now. I don't know. Never to be found. I cancel my phone and get a new phone. But I see her phone. I panic. Split second decision. I grab it. I can call 911 on it. I just should have ran to Sue's, but again, this is racist Sue. I don't know what she's gonna do. She has a sign on her door that says, if you knock on her door, she'll call the police. It was meant for me the whole time that I lived there. You know, it's because she had my TV and I wanted it back. It's fucking Jerry Springer shit. I never signed up for him. So when I grab her phone, Frances sees me. She comes after me, and it's really blurry, I'll be honest. But nothing happens to the phone, and I'm certainly not trying to steal the phone. What am I trying to steal the phone to do? Call China? No, I was trying to call the police. That's all I wanted was help. I've been trying to get help for an hour, at least an hour, trying to get help. What follows is that Frances strangles me. There's proof of it at the ER, and I needed 7 x-rays. She picked me up by the neck and threw me into a concrete wall, knocking me unconscious. And when I wake up, I don't know how much later, and after I yell out for my landlord, because at that point I thought my landlord was still on. It's like, no. But I knew his family heard me yelling out his name because I was wailing, still on my stomach on the ground. I finally make it up. Oh, well, when I'm still laying there, I hear her behind me laughing and talking, and I look over my shoulder, and she's filming me on the phone, laughing, talking. Finally make it up, using some cars to kind of get me to Sue's front door, and I start screaming out, Sue, call 911, I've been attacked, send an ambulance. So I'd love to hear the 911 calls. And I sit on her front porch on a chair. Well, as she's calling 911, she's like, there's been some sort of disturbance. And I'm yelling, I've been attacked, send an ambulance. At some point there, Frances walks up, and Sue hands the phone to her. So God knows what Francis told them. Oh, some white bitch turned to my phone, so I knocked her out. So the two cops that show up were two females, Yolanda Hernandez and her partner, who the only thing that they will say to me is no habla inglés. Yolanda. That's the only thing Yolanda will say to me. The other one doesn't speak at all. And it mostly stays inside the car. Yolanda spends all of her time with Francis. I would say about an hour. Francis is sharing things from the phone with her. Probably the video of me laying there on the ground. And they're laughing. And the whole time I'm standing by my stuff, I brush it me into the wall. There's blood evidence. I mean, this is a scene of the crime. And I'm just waiting to get my turn. Waiting. And when they get there, neither of us have masks on. And of course they do. Because, you know, FYI, we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic, which my doctors in March told me to stay inside. I have no immune system. When they get there, Francis can't even find a mask. I, of course, have one ready. Put it right on, ready to talk to them. I'm the one who called them. No, she's the one, because Sue handed her the phone. Thanks, Sue. They only talked to her and let her drive away back to Barcelona. I don't even think they got any of her info. As I'm standing there, jaw dropping open, going, why are you letting her drive away? You haven't even talked to me. And I'll send the pictures too, right after. I had elbow, knee, hand. I mean, I was beaten to a pulp. When I went to the ER 3 days later, I needed 7 x-rays, and then eventually a CAT scan, pain pills, muscle relaxers, and antibiotics. In the States, I'm 100% certain that the EMTs would have taken me to the hospital. When this all ended, it was dark. This started at 11 a.m. Just to give a time frame. I was asked my name, my social security number, and my future address. And when I told them my future address, everyone there went, ooh, because it's on Ashford Avenue, which apparently is like a fancy road in San Juan. And they all went, ooh, again, like fancy Karen white girl. It's a studio apartment in an old building. They know nothing. They are 100% took her. She's a Karen. She deserved it. Didn't take my story. Didn't ask me questions. And they left me there with all of my belongings, 6 or 7 boxes, some furniture, fan, plants, a suitcase, a missing kitten, shoeless, beaten, head to toe, in an empty lot. And my landlord won't let me back in. I've paid through the end of the week. My landlord will not let me back in. And the landlord in San Juan immediately cancels the contract, the lease, accusing Francis and I of being lesbians, of this being a lesbian fight. And she doesn't want some psycho stalker lesbian in her fancy Ashford Avenue building stalking me, or the likes of me if I am a lesbian, which I'm not. Living there. They left me in a lot at night, at dark. A disabled person. No phone. Shoeless. Very little money. No phone. No way to get a hold of anybody with all of my belongings. And he said, you better get out of here. They don't want you here. And I'm like, they? Like, who? Again, I'm still like so fucking confused. In shock. I have anxiety. I have social anxiety. I already had PTSD. I have major depression. I have been in several mental hospitals throughout the years for minor psychosis, trying to hurt myself in my life. And they just left me in a parking lot at night with all of my belongings beat to a pulp. It's how people become homeless and murdered. So I go to a neighbor. He says I can sleep outside. I sit there and just stare off into the wood, like the kind of woods, trees, whatever, for a while. And then I walk, try to get where I am now. I walk the wrong way. I eventually end up where I am now. I don't remember getting here. I was in shock. I made videos. I posted them on like Friends of Agua Dia. People gave me shit, said, looks like I fell down. I need help. Yeah, I need help. I mean, I even reached out to the minister just for some spiritual guidance, and I had just recently started watching this via internet, just to be more at peace, because I know my life is coming to an end. I'm rapidly aging. And he thought I wanted money and sent me some stuff to read about depression. I mean, everyone in this town has turned their backs on me. Human rights, civil rights, rights of the disabled. Because I use legal marijuana to treat my pain, and I stay in my cell, and I don't drink, I can't drink, and I go to bed early. I don't think any of these reasons, and I don't speak fluent Spanish, I don't think any of these reasons. If I was an 80-year-old grandmother, do you think that the Agua Dia San Antonio police would have left me there? I don't think so. I've been doing so much research. And the video I posted was Agua Dia Police Department needs reform, because it's right at, this whole time and all this PD needs reform. They need language training. And what's funny is a week after I walked into the San Antonio Police Department with one of the girls who drives for me, and I saw Miss Yolanda Hernandez, and I was like, Aunt Lisa, that's her. You know what she says to me? Agent Yolanda Hernandez, I thought you'd be in San Juan by now. I thought you didn't speak English. Oh, un poquito. She said in English, I made a statement that I didn't want to press charges. No, I didn't. I never talked to her. She let Francis go. And she said, oh, through the translator. Translator didn't show up until Francis was long gone. Yolanda, you lying. She lied right to my face and threatened to arrest me for stealing her phone right there, and then was going to come out and link me. And Annalisa got afraid and said, we got to go. So Yolanda Hernandez, you speak perfect English, and would only talk to Francis after she tried to kill me and convinced you that I was a Karen. Yelling at Karen at me right in front of her, laughing, both of you laughing. People think with masks on that you can't tell what's happening, but you can. Eye language, body language. So, guess what I tried to do about a week ago? Yeah, you guessed it. Trying to kill myself. I have all these horrible video diaries, and it just breaks it out. I don't fit in anywhere. I thought I could come here. Now college kids narking on me for smoking pot. And I vape. I vape. I vape. Like, where I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. And even the people who I've helped get their cards still use that and still feed the other people like racist Sue. That energy that I'm drugged and lazy. I'm not lazy. I can't do it. It's like telling a person with no arms to pick something up over and over again. I shouldn't have to constantly explain myself.